in a sunset. Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, the ambulances, the fire engines, the police cars. Be on the side of those in the military or anywhere, looking out for the kids. You got the time, you got the date, you got my number dialed, 424-229-4140, just 1-911, Flight 93. Check call in 11 years. No mail, no FedEx, no UPS about the 93 checks or any of my imagery. See that vapor trail in the sunset? Make that video of your family's hijacked lifelines. Those stealing your calls to me are worried enough about their crimes to alter phone records to cover them up. You got the time. You got the date. You got my number dialed. You got phone gate. Try to call me up in front of all Kennedys. At all those photo ops. And also in front of all Catholic priests, nuns, doctors. Oh man, did I see the bad character of doctors with Dignity Health and Glendale Memorial. Because I'd been asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks of the world's lifelines for 11 years, and I just got the first one a few months ago. In September 2018, they tried to do me in. Those Catholic doctors, the Dignity Health. Had all those Kennedy photo ops, you try to call me, Melton, and ask them why they are an active part in harassing a Christian in a wheelchair and you. They're not doing their jobs about your easily documented hijacked lifelines and stolen mail. They are the problem, not the solution. Impeach because we can't reach, recall because we can't call. Melton, 424-229-4140. You impeach governors, and of course presidents. You recall mayors. Not sure what you do about Kennedys that are representatives or senators, but it needs to be done. You make that video of your wife's phone, your daughter's phone, being hijacked with those Kennedys at that photo op. Not doing anything about America's hijacked lifelines, the world's hijacked lifelines. See that phone you're making a video of as every child in the world's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics, and make a video of being hijacked as you try to call me, Melton. Post, be the reporter. They're not doing their job. And yes, ask why the Pope isn't doing something about the world's hijacked lifelines as well. From Vatican City. Vapor Trail, 9/11, Flight 93, checking post and 5. Make a video of the world's hijacked lifelines. Time, date, number dialed. 424-229-4140, just 1-911. Flight 93 check call in 11 years of asking. That was just a couple months ago. Make that video, post that video. No mail. Make a video of the mail before you send it. Use those GPSs if you know how. Anything, if it isn't a bill, it's going to be stolen for religious persecution reasons. So get that on video. America's hijacked lifelines, the world's hijacked lifelines. See that phone as every child in the world's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics. Make a video of being hijacked. Then come see me in person. Tell me all about the devil stealing your phone call to me. And yes, the dangerous Pope, governors of California, Brown, Schwarzenegger, and current one, Newsom, active in your family's hijacked lifeline wherever you are in the world. So take your tourist bus elsewhere unless you can reach me by phone and you know it's safe. And yes, don't go to Dignity Health doctors or any doctors, Catholic doctors. worldwide. Yes, they didn't like me telling folks to check their lifelines for over a decade and not getting one. So Mesa gave me insulin poisoning here in Eagle Rock, and Repetti like spaghetti, ER doc with Glendale Memorial, Dignity Health, didn't treat that poisoning. 9/11 Flight 93 checking posts and 5 and all of you doctors out there, even the non-Catholic ones. Catholic ones aren't you. That Wirram with Day video of the Dale Polari did as well. Whenever you look out at those patients and their loved ones, realize even on those cheap phones up there, they can have the ever-present eyes and ears of technology rolling. So be good, doctors. Don't be Dignity Health's dangerous Pope thugs. Same as the governors. Last 3. Devil Catholics, incredibly active in hijacking America's lifelines, and yes, Bobby Shriver, together with Maria Shriver. Well, she's married to Schwarzenegger. But yes, he's in Santa Monica, where I made tons and tons of 93 check videos on my break. Wore my imagery of 93 check. Imagery at the market I had to work at, because Santa Monica and their devil Catholics are an active part in the world's hijacked lifelines and your hijacked lifelines. If the Kennedys up in the Northeast, the humored, pampered folks, yes, if they don't know about me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for 11 years with their relative, Bobby Shriver in Santa Monica, taking an active part, tell them that sounds a little far-fetched, and you get that chant going. Throw all those drunk Catholic Kennedys out of office so we can get real leaders in to lead the world in a positive direction. Impeach because you can't read, recall because we can't call Milton. Up to you what you want to Gregorian chant, and you can do it in Latin. You can also do it in English. Let them know. America and the world are watching them, the Kennedys, be an active part in the world's hijacked lifelines. See that phone is every child in the world's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics, and make a video of it being hijacked in front of Kennedys. Active in. That's censorship. That affects our lifelines. A judge is kind of chuckling as he calls a 9/11 victim over to the bench. And he says you can't just sue a mobster everybody be doing that. You have to have concrete proof that these dangerous individuals have been an active part in America's hijacked lifelines. And so this man, not only a 9/11 victim, but also had his lifeline not work properly in an emergency, so he's at every Kennedy photo op. Trying to call me, getting the time, the date, number dial. See a fire engine? Hear a fire engine? Make a video of your hijack call to me, Mel. Just one 9/11 Flight 93 check call in 11 years of asking. No mail about the 93 checks or any of my imagery. Like this right here. The new Kennedy Fives. For the 1,000 crimes the Kennedys or their thug cops, or they're dangerous thug doctors, Dignity Health, and others worldwide. Tried to do me in last year because I've been asking you to check your lifeline for 11 years and hadn't even gotten one that for the past decade. Make that video for those 1,000 crimes you call them on this. Time, date, my number dialed. That's your family's lifeline. You get that check going at every Kennedy photo op. Throw these drunk ass Kennedys out. Get some in who will do their job better.
See a vapor trail, or 2 or 3. Be on the side of those drafting the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, the side of children and truth. Make that video of your hijack call to me. Couple months ago, first one. Just one in 11 years, no mail, about the 93 checks or any of my imagery. Get it on video, you got the time, you got the date, you got my number dialed, whatever boring thing you get when you don't get me. Phone ringing, error message, busy signal. You have to leave a message, I don't get it. You don't show up on my call records. It's money out of your pocket as you're calling up countless other customers and you're getting that. And you don't know if they're there or not. And it's also your AT&T livelihood and lifeline as well. Get that on video. Time, date, my number dial. Post. Be the reporter.
See a vapor trail over Eagle Rock neighborhood in northern Los Angeles, or maybe where you are this New Year's Day. Make that video of your hijack call to me. Time, date, my number dial, 424-229-4140. Just one 9/11 check of the world's lifeline in 11 years. I've done disappeared. No mail about the 93 checks. Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. You get dangerous, Catholic. Censorship involving Dignity Health, they're dangerous doctors, and they're dangerous governors. Brown Schwarzenegger, and Newsom. All active in the past 11 plus years of me asking the world to check their lifelines. Get on video, time, date, my number down. Get that chant going at all. Catholics, especially Kennedys. Bobby Stryper, mayor and councilman of Santa Monica, active in me telling you to check your lifelines and not getting one. So they are not unknowing about the world's hijack lifelines, America's the threat to our security as Americans. They're not unknowing. And yes, Maria Shriver, the anchor, active in hiding the truth about America's hijack lifelines. Get on video, time, date, my number down, post, whatever you get when you don't get me. You get dangerous Catholics, active in the world's hijack lifelines. Get it on video and get that chant going at all Kennedy photo ops. All Dignity Health photo ops as well. Throw the drunk ass Kennedys out of our public offices so that we can put real leaders in there with fair elections. Did you lose to a Kennedy? Try to call me, 424-229-4140. Get down video, time, date, my number dial. That's boring stuff, whatever you get, probably. Phone ringing, error message, busy signal, unless of course you get someone committing fraud. But it's boring stuff. When you get that boring stuff, calling up countless other folks to tell them who they should vote for. Yes, that's how the Kennedys have won their elections. Hear that siren? 911, Flight 93, check and post in 5. Make that video, post that video. Time, date, my number dialed, and yes, be wary of Dignity Health doctors. Tried to kill me last year because I've been asking for those 93 checks. Misa gave me insulin poisoning. And then Rapetti, ER doc, did not treat that poisoning. Try to call me up in front of all Catholic doctors worldwide. And yes, guys, when you see those patients and their loved ones, any and all can have the ever-present eyes and ears of technology a-rolling on those phones, those cheap phones of theirs. So be good, doctors. Don't be Dignity Health doctors. I'm Milton. Handsome bald guy in the shadow. And that's the sunset in Eagle Rock. Make a video if you had Jake call to me. Get a little truth out there. Time, date, my number dial. Come see me in Eagle Rock. Oh yeah, look for the sharp wheelchair upon which a handsome bald guy is riding, and tell me what you think of my imagery. Makes for some good tabletop artwork. Girls, let me define graphic art with your beauty. But yes, you gotta see me in person to do that. Do that. Oh yeah, I'm growing a new pair of eyes. Don't try that at home.
some skyline imagery this Saturday morning, 25th, I think, just before the end of January 2020. Oh, we used to have for you younger folks, used to have a TV show, 2020. And they would do such things as report the news, that kind of stuff. Yes, with me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for 11 years, that's a check of the world's lifelines. And just getting one, they would be asking those tough questions of the past 3 California governors, Newsom currently, Schwarzenegger and Brown before that, and yes, Brown's got a bigger history with the Catholic Church than others. He was thinking of becoming a Jesuit priest. So when you see that much religious censorship run wild and folks are making money off it, Geraldo or some of the other reporters would be asking them at every photo op, why are you a part of hijacking America's lifelines? Easily documented. Time, date, my number dial. Oh, a few coins if it's windy. Laminate to last longer. Have a desk full of drawer full, and this one's up on top, or you got plenty of other big fives with my contact on them. Someone asked, you say that's our Kennedy livelihood, it's also our Kennedy lifelines. So take this 5. The website there just above the eyes is Daffodilia here. Go to it, download all the 4x6 photos, especially the 93 check, 9/11 Flight 93 check of the world's lifelines. Oh, the heroes of 9/11 fought back physically against those who had hijacked their planes. They also made calls from the plane. So that's why it's called a 9/11 Flight 93 check of the world's lifeline. See that phone? Is every child in the world's lifeline to the firemen, police, and paramedics, and make a video of being hijacked. Particular call, try to call me up in front of all Catholic priests, all Catholic doctors in particular. Dignity Health over there in Glendale. This is Eagle Rock, a neighborhood in northern Los Angeles. Tried to do me in first, gave me insulin poisoning. Mesa did. And then ripeti like spaghetti. Oh, that's his phrase. In the ER there. Did not treat a patient for poisoning. Because I've been asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for 11 years and I've yet to get one. Oh, I have gotten one. Have yet to get any mail about those 93 checks. Any of my other imagery. And yes, Bobby Schreiber, mayor of Santa Monica, where I had to work because better employers couldn't reach me by phone. It's your Kennedy livelihood as well. Try to call me, get that boring thing, phone ringing, error message, busy signal. Whatever you get when you don't get me, it's money out of your pocket. I'm having trouble talking this morning. It's early and I'm a handsome bald guy. I have trouble doing 2 things at once. Back to what I was saying. I have not gotten any mail, any FedEx, any UPS. That's affected as well. So it's your mail that has your livelihood Kennedy as well. Look for those stolen mail warehouses. Use those GPS things. And whatever boring thing you get when you try to call me, phone ringing, error messages, busy signal, not going to be boring. If you need the firemen, police, paramedics, it's money out of your pocket every day. Get it on video. Those hijacking your calls to me, AT&T being kind of quiet lately, they've had a lot of car karma, bought Spectrum to harass a Christian in a wheelchair. It's your AT&T's livelihood, it's your AT&T's lifeline. Get it on video, time, date, number, dial. Be the reporter. 2020's not doing their job. 60 Minutes is not doing their job. Of course, NBC, with Maria Shriver there, is not doing their job, and it's, our Kennedy livelihoods and lifelines, and it's also medical research being passed by. Used to be all dark brown, slowly but surely changing. Brown to blue. Don't try this at home. Dad himself taught me how to work on those spiral staircases. Come see me in person and tell me what you think of any of this. And for sure, it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with AT&T. Hijacking your lifelines. You tried to call me then, worried enough about it to alter phone records to cover that up. They wouldn't have to do that if they weren't, it wasn't possible for it to become even news. They wouldn't worry about altering the phone records. So get it on video, time, date, number, dial, come see me in person, tell me what you think of our AT&T, our Kennedy livelihoods, lifelines, and democracy. If your business is voting, getting elected, it's so the Kennedys can be in office instead of real leaders who would do something about that, or hijack lifelines. And yes, the Kennedy, Shriver, Schwarzenegger. Surprised me that Santa Monica had a gym on the promenade. Nice open place up on top there. You could hear them a mile away, talking about what crimes they may have done, or their active participation in holding back true faith. But yes, Kennedy, Shriver, Brown, Schwarzenegger, active participants in our hijack lifelines. Get that on video post.
Here is Siren 911, Flight 93, checking post and pad. Trying to call me Melton. Son of a carpenter, married dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. Trying to call me, and you want to know why. The world's hijacked lifelines are in the way of your peace of mind. You got the time, you got the date, you got my number dial. He got the Kennedy's phone gate. See that phone you're making a video of as every child in the world's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics? And make a video of being hijacked. Time, date, my number dial. Oh, you'll find these at Daffodilia Race Complex 2.wixsite.com/Daffodilia. You'll find the big fives there too. Right there. Go to the OneDrive. You gotta size up the 8x10 yourself. This is the Kennedys on site, active in your child's hijack lifeline. I would make a video of it, and yes, beware of Dignity Health and other Catholic doctors worldwide. They are not allowing this. Those with high-tech toys have been very busy today. Not allowing. the computer to work properly, so I can take a cut and paste. See, that's the devil's people that managed the Kennedys. Make a video of your family's lifeline being hijacked as you try to call me. Now I shouldn't have to do that to get my cut and paste. Remember to get those chants going at all bars, parties, churches, campuses. Throw those drunk ass Kennedys out of public office so we can get real leaders in their shoes. Email, text, send the link, YouTube, other places, to every politician there is, and of course the Kennedy dangerous folks in the way of the world's security as well as your family's security. Get it on video, post, whatever you get when you don't get me as well. Fire engine 911 plate 93 checking post and 5 trying to call me Melt. And you want to know why the world's lifelines are being hijacked when you try to call me. So make that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me. Melt on just one 911 plate 93 check call in 11 years of asking. You got the time, you got the date, you got my number down. And yeah, I hope to have this GIMP. It can be neat when you use the opaque. You have to kind of try it out. It's a free downloadable program. Make that video and post that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, just one 911 plate 93 check call in 11 years of asking. No mail. Make a video of that mail before you send it. Make a video, it takes just 5 minutes, of your hijacked lifeline as you tried to call me. See a helicopter 911 flight 93 checking post and 5 trying to call me Melton. Just one 911 flight 93 check call in 11 years. No mail, no certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. Got the 93 checks or any of my many images and videos. Anyway, let me get to the parable. The State Department is talking to Teresa Bridge support, as well as many other members of Solari Enterprises, and they want to know, why are you actively harassing a Christian in a wheelchair? Where else are you conducting terrorism on American soil? What are your ties? Oh, my fun fiction. Now the eyes, they are growing anew. What else can we expect your character, and what else are you connected to in the Mideast? Post whatever you can get out of them. I just finished uploading to my OneDrive, SoaCam at live.com, SOACAM at live.com. First videos with this phone, as I ended up on Skid Row because of folks not doing their job. My AT&T, my Kennedy lifeline, as a man in a wheelchair, and livelihood as a graphic artist, as anything. Try to call me right now and see your livelihood and lifeline. Kennedy. 424-229-4140. Those dangerous Kennedys in public office have made it very personal. Oh, you can find the OneDrive and the Kennedy files right there through Daffodilia. Look for the OneDrive, yeah. Download, print out. Let's size up the mouse pads and the 8x10 yourself. See a bird and a couple of vapor trails. I just missed the helicopter. Make that video of your hijack call to me, 424-229-4140. Just one 9/11 Flight 93 check call in 11 years of asking. That is what had Dignity Health trying to kill me. September 2018. Look for on the Daffodilia Wix site there. Look for the links or the link to my OneDrive. And follow it, and it's a little unorganized right now. I hope to solve that problem, but make sure. I'm in all kinds of trouble with paper clips lately. Download, you're going to find something you like in 30,000 plus, including the Kennedy Fives for the 1,000 crimes they get away with. Call them on this one. It's easily documented. You got the time, you got the date, you got my number dialed. You got the Kennedy's phone gate. It's also the Pope's phone gate because of the past 3 Catholic governors of California active in hiding the truth about your family's hijacked lifelines. But we all know what the top of the Catholic Church is. Those Kennedys. It's more than our AT&T, our Kennedy livelihoods. It is. Oh, I could drive folks into your business with the imagery I can design for them. It's more than that. Customers you can't reach, and you get the boring thing we try to call them. Phone ringing, error message, busy signal. It's about America's compromised security because of the dangerous Kennedys in bed with and praying to the 9/11 Muslim devil down below. Get it on video. Your hijack call to me. And yeah, you'll find a whole bunch of stuff prepared as 4x6 photos. You'll find some low def. I'm trying to get the high def or higher def for last year's joined videos. 93 checks, a few of them. Of course, the Kennedy, 4 hours of joined about that truth, about that treasonous family. They don't know anything about a man asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for 11 years and only getting that one. Yeah, you bring up Bobby Schreiber in Santa Monica and Maria Shriver with the NBC News, and of course Schwarzenegger, her dumbbell husband. Bring them up and say, when else is our security in our state, in America, going to be compromised by what you're an active part in? They plead ignorance. You tell them, well, here's what this is, and you try to call me, 424-229-4140. You post. You get that check going, throw those drug tests. Kennedy's out of public office so we can get real leaders in there. And yeah, impeach because we can't reach Melton, recall because we can't call him. Post. And yeah, that's not what you can do for the Kennedys. Ask what the Kennedys aren't doing for their country in those public offices. What are they planning with all those folks in such places? See that phone as every child in the world's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics, and try to call me in front of every Kennedy. Get them a little angry? Oh, whenever things don't go their way, those prima donnas get angry. Get them a little angrier and find out what else the most treasonous family in the world is doing. Remember to post. I'm Melton, and this is some flower imagery. 30,000 plus graphic card photos. You're gonna find something you like in 30,000. 4x6. The photos got some handsome ball guy imagery, and of course this is the flower slideshow. See my contact pristine, think your contact, and make that video of your stolen call to me, 424-229-4140. Just one 9/11 Flight 93 check call in 11 years of asking. That's a lot of dangerous managed censorship. Get it on video. Time, date, my number dial. And yes, it's more than our Kennedy livelihoods. Our Kennedy lifelines. Get that on video. You got the time, you got the date, you got my number dialed, you got the Kennedys phone gate. They're not elected officials, they are organized crime. Get that chant going at all Kennedy rallies. Impeach because we can't reach. Recall because we can't call. And yes, it's medical research being passed by with the Kennedy's dangerous Catholic doctors of Dignity Health trying to kill me. A year and a few months ago, you try to call me in front of all Dignity Health doctors, all Catholics, all Catholic priests, all Catholic cops, all Catholic doctors, of course. And you ask, when else will my phone not be allowed to work because of what the Kennedys and many others are doing? The Pope's thugs in California. The thug governors. Newsom, Schwarzenegger, and Brown. 3 Catholic governors involved in that 11 years of me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check and not just getting one of those and no mail about the 93 checks or any of my imagery. Get it on video. Time, date, number, dial, no, yes. Don't forget the Saudi Arabian city by the sea, Santa Monica. With the Shriver, Mideast, Kennedy, and Hijack Lifelines connection. Also, Maria Shriver, NBC, anchor, active in, not covering the news, easily documented news. 424-229-4140. Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. And ask all those
of the Pope's dangerous Catholics. When else will your phone not be allowed to work? Remember to post. Whatever you get when you don't get me. Time, date. In your video, my number dial 424-229-4140.
See a plane with a banner, 911, flight 93, checking postal 5, trying to call me, Melton. You want to know when else? Your phone won't be allowed to work. Get it on video.
California's dangerous Catholic governors involved in your family's hijacked lifelines. You got the time, you got the date, you got my number dialed. And yes, Dignity Health's dangerous Catholic doctors tried to do me in last year. Because I've been asking for a 911 Flight 93 check call for 11 years and I've just gotten one recently. Get those Dignity Health doctors and other staff members on video trying to call me with your family's lifeline. And yes, get all the Kennedys across the country on video. Why aren't you doing your job? When else will you be letting us down by not doing your job with easily, very easily documented censorship? Find the Kennedy Fives at the OneDrive you can find through there. Post. Oh, it makes for some good. My fives and my imagery, 30,000 plus, make for some good plain banners or flash drive labels. Check them out. Blow them up to posters and get that chant going. Impeach because we can't reach Melton. Recall because we can't call him. You got the time, you got the date, you got my number dialed. And yes, those of you who want to be in Melton's imagery, part of building a better world, Jesus' immaculate house, those 1,000 points of light. Just call them an opportunity house if you're not into Jesus. Put that first brick of truth in by making a video of whoever's in the room there with you as their lifeline is hijacked. They try to call me, their family's lifeline. And then do not ask permission. Those who ask permission get put in the great wall of evil that is in the way of us building a better world. So walk through. When you see someone besides me and gold in that imagery, oh, his old English one is better. Someone has done just that. They've torn down that great wall of evil and we started to build. Be a part of that. This another flash drive label. Nice and readable. Yet your imagery designed by Melton. It's my Kennedy, my AT&T livelihood. Yours as well. Whatever boring thing you get, phone ringing, error message, busy signal. Not going to be boring. If you need the fireman, police, paramedics, money out of your pocket every day. Here's on video, time, date, my number dial. When you're calling up countless other customers and you get that boring thing, you don't know if they're not there or if the Kennedys are just fixing an election, especially if your business is politics, or if the Kennedys are just fixing an election and you're going to get that phone ringing until the election's over with. I'm Melton, and this is some of my graphic art. 30,000 plus graphic art photos. My Kennedy livelihood of graphic art. Of course, the more important livelihood of building Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. 1,000 points of light to inspire the future and the present to greatness. Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me, in front of the Catholics specific Catholics in particular. I got a whole bunch of names. I'm not sure how many, 15 to 20 there. From last night, as I watched a whole lot of folks in the way of Jesus' Immaculate House. Make that video. It's our hijacked lifelines. A lot of folks aren't into, building the Immaculate House worldwide. Try to call me. Whatever you get when you don't get me, phone ringing, error message, busy signal. Not going to be boring if you need the firemen, police, or paramedics. Money out of your pocket every day. You got the time, you got the date. You got my number dialed. Save it. But for the Senate Subcommittee and for the Evening News. Oh, did I? I don't think I finished that. When you call up countless other customers, if I did, then it's good enough to repeat. Calling up countless other customers, you get that phone ringing, error message, busy signal, you don't know if they're not there, or if somebody, a great wall of people perhaps, is keeping your phone from working. It can be very subtle sometimes. The devil's people are walking among us and they're hateful. Hijacking of our lifelines and livelihoods, it can be very subtle. Unless, of course, you bump into the guy and you actually know them and you're trying to drum up business. And yeah, if you bump into them, I don't know, maybe I stepped away from the phone. Make that video if you hijack, call to me. Post. Come see me and go. We'll travel. And yes, so I said that last night in the video. It's a good idea. www.facebook.com/worldwidegathering. All one word, worldwide gathering. Look for the folks there, because I've got like 20, maybe less, maybe more, I don't know. And there are Catholics I know, and Catholics that are governors, perhaps. And of course, the dangerous Catholics I saw with Dignity Health. But there are countless other Catholics. So, yeah, I heard somebody was putting photos to the Ask This Catholic or the Military Pitbull Project image. Someone was putting nice pictures, and if you know some Catholics in your neck of the woods, put their numbers on that. Try to call me. Phone ringing, error message, busy signal, whatever you get when you don't get me. More than just our Kennedy, our St. Frederick, our Vatican livelihoods. It's about the world's lifeline. See, that phone is every child in the world's lifeline. To the firemen, police, paramedics, make a video of being hijacked. And ask all the Catholics you know. Put all the Catholics you know in this image as well. It's got the biggies, the governors and Bobby Shriver, direct link between Saudi Arabia and City by the Sea, and the Kennedys, and of course Maria Sarga, the NBC news anchor. But yeah, I don't have it handy. But yeah, Military Pitbull Project, Mormon missionaries, case in your neighborhoods when the only ones home are your kids after school, the Muslim missionary efforts in New York City. It's got that. I'm sure if you've seen it, you will remember it. Make sure to make that video. It's got my number and contact on there. Make my video and make your video of your hijack call to me. And come see me in person. I'll design you a nice image. Nice contact card of your wheelchair, perhaps. your car, your friends, your home. See me in person and remember to get the word out about those Catholics being the devil where they really shouldn't be being the devil.
See a vapor trail. I got some popcorn. Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, the side of children and truth. Try to call me right now with your family's hijacked lifeline. 424-229-4140. Just one 911 Flight 93 check call in 11 years of asking. This bitch here has been taking part in the world's hijacked lifelines for much longer than that. She's now a devil bond. Text taunted with that number because I don't answer the phone anymore and my computer broke. Make that video. Post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. And yes, in front of the bonds, including Cyril Bond with his move bond, Mideast, Iranian Mideast bride with the Department of Water and Power, in front of them all. Try to call me, ask them why can't I reach this man?
Well, look at that up there in the sky. Air Force has a way of letting folks in a particular town know that they got some Osama gene pools. Hang in, get some popcorn and enjoy.